Hello everybody and welcome back to Pure Farming 2018. So there is some good news and that is that the developers are working very hard to rectify issues which people have had a problem with in the game. I've got to say there were a number of things which I didn't like and I'm going to be honest about them now. And near the end of the video I'm going to be even more honest about what I still don't like about the game and things that I do love about the game. So there's plenty more to come. First of all though, one thing which I found out which I really did not like after playing it for a bit was there was no real-time option. So 1 minute in game time was not 1 minute in real time. But that has now thankfully been patched, which is very good in my opinion. The other thing is something which I didn't actually pick up on at all, and that is there is now a steering sensitivity option. We have it for keyboard. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if we do have one for the steering wheel or not. I know that the steering wheel, again, is a bit of an issue, because not all steering wheels are supported, which, again, let's be honest, isn't very good. It's something which you would probably expect when the game is initially released. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that things are being worked on here. I haven't actually looked at every single patch note. These are the community requested patch notes. So I would try and keep you up to date with those as well in the future. Thirdly, we have got the option of being able to adjust the field of view. This is something which was requested by the community and it's now been put in. So in fact, all the options you can see here, all the different things that you can adjust. It's going to be in video, so if we go to here you can see camera field of view. That can be now changed, and if we just press OK, we should be able to now see that the field of view is dramatically extended, and if I put it back to something a bit more like 60, again, there you go. A vast improvement. So if you weren't very happy with your camera angles, your fields of view, then that is going to be very beneficial to you. Again, it's actually quite a good thing for doing your own screenshots as well. If you're a YouTuber or someone who just likes to make a few videos every now and then, changing the field of view is a good way of making a very decent screenshot. So that's very nice. I'm going to put mine to probably something like 75, 80-ish. I actually think that's going to be a fairly good level. Let's just see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right, number 4. The removed tablet from the cockpit view in the tractors. There used to be a tablet, I think it was on the right hand side in this tractor, but I didn't have a problem with it, but I can understand why some people would have a problem with it, because it was actually obscuring the view. It was blocking quite a section of the view on the right hand side there, meaning visibility was reduced. I don't know any other reasons behind it, there probably was some, but that is the obvious one to me. Number 5, we have now got a reduced machine consumption. This is something I did pick up on. I think it was in episode number 1, not in the first video. Yes, I wasn't impressed at all by how fast the tractors were getting through their fuel. In fact, you can see this tractor, for example, is only on 6 gallons. This was refilled in the previous episode. It's been through basically 2 tank loads in one episode, which is just, you know, ridiculous. You can set a waypoint with pressing E. You've always been able to do this. It's just I didn't realise this until somebody told me, so thank you to everybody who did mention that. Let me just go down on my list. I think there's one more thing. Adjusted cameras, including zoom distance when driving a vehicle. Again, that is something which is not something I picked up on, but something which is going to be very useful. So let's go over to the fuel station. We need to refill, unfortunately. I am indeed still using a keyboard for this. I tried my Logitech G27, I couldn't get it to work with it just yet. The steering wheel was working, but there was a bit of, well, there was something not quite right about the controls. It was not working as it should have been. There was possibly a conflict with the SATIC side panel, so I'm going to wait until that is fixed in the future. That is something to note if you are looking to buy the game. Make sure, if you're wanting to play only with the steering wheel, make sure that your steering wheel is supported. Otherwise, I would advise waiting. Anyway, let's just go and refill here. But it really is a positive thing that the developers are listening to the negative reviews. They're also looking at the positive reviews, which again is good from their perspective, because it's reassuring that a lot of people do like the game. And I do like the game. It's just I have to admit that some things do have to be changed. There is one thing which actually at the moment is very obvious, and that is, for some reason, even on a decent day, it is actually an overcast day, but it is extremely dull. Like, really dull. The actual gameplay is dark. I'm going to have to, in fact what I'll do is I will indeed go to, oh wow, we can go to time 600 now, I didn't realise. I guess it's changed everything now that they've got a real-time option. Time 600 is the maximum rate of time. which actually looks to be a very similar speed to the times 15 which we had originally, times 15 game speed. So that's definitely all been improved. But yes, we're going to go to the next day. Hopefully it's going to be good weather. We can check the tablet for this, probably advisable. Where are we? Let's just see here. Homepage, temperature, I'm sure we... Hang on, I'm sure we could see the weather before. Not sure, to be honest, I can't actually see. F2 is for the lights. Oh, rain, first time we've had it. Auto wipers. Now, to look at the rain, I think that looks quite good. Obviously, everybody can have their own opinion. This is probably a good opportunity to see if we actually have a flashlight or a torch. F2, I would guess, is the same. I don't think we do. So that'd be a nice feature to have. But looking at the models here, the textures, I think that looks quite good. I do. No problems with that at all. I think it looks very realistic. So let's just wait until morning. Oh, it is morning. It's just a really grim day. Typical. I wanted to have a nice sunny day. Well, hopefully it turned into something a bit more decent. We're going to go and drop off this tanker. We need to transport some wheat. We're going to have to grab a trailer for this. But yeah, come on, sunshine. We need sunshine. Actually, to be fair, this is the right brightness for weather like this. It's going to be dull if it's raining. But I have had a day where it was sunny and it just still seemed a bit dark. So this will be the moment of truth if it has been adjusted. Again, I haven't been able to look at all the patch notes because I've literally only just installed it, just got back in to be able to do this video, and yeah, all I've done is see the community notes. But for the next episode, I should be able to see everything, and who knows, there might be another patch by then anyway. We'll drop the tanker off over here. It's almost another day past. Well, we can put it over here. And then I think that is actually going to complete this first quest line. We've done quite a bit in it. We have ploughed a field, we have sprayed an orchard, drilled a field, we've watered a field, but obviously the water from the rain is now doing a very good job anyway. Where can I detach this? Just put it here. It's now dark again, it's night time. Yeah, this is just like a write-off of a day, not a very nice day at all. My trailer, we might have one around here. Luckily we can check the minimap. That's a bale fork, that's the water tanker, small front loader bucket. Okay, so just looking away from the trailer search again and back to the gameplay, and I don't know if it's been adjusted, but that actually looks much better. There is still something about it which looks a bit dark. For example, the lighting on this grass and the building over here, it's just not quite full sunshine lighting, but it's not far off. I don't know if it's been adjusted. Again, you can see the lighting on this chap's face and his body. It's just not quite the lighting you would expect on a sunny day like this. So I think just a bit of tweaking there would perfect it. Otherwise, it doesn't seem as bad as I remember. It seemed to be a lot darker before. Again, I do have, obviously everybody's got the option to be able to adjust their brightness on their controls here. So maybe if I put it to 89%, maybe that'll improve it. Just making it a little bit more washed out there. So I don't know, I think maybe a bit of tweaking there, but it's not too far off. It's just something which I did notice. Another thing you can do in this game is you can collect sapphires, which is not something I've started, but I am looking to do this. In fact, somebody did actually notice that I walked straight past one in the first episode. So I probably should be more vigilant for those. It's something which we can definitely do while doing other stuff. We have 2 fields, we have no windmills, which is expected, no greenhouses, and 12 machines. I just wish I could find my trailer. I'm sure I had a trailer before. I can't find it. I've looked on the map, I just can't locate it for some reason. There's our tractor, and everything else is just an implement, no trailer at all. Going back up to the shop though, is that our lorry? It's blue, as if it is ours. Ah, there it is, that's our trailer. So we need to go back up to the shop. I'll put a marker on that, so we know exactly where to go to, and then we can start to transport this wheat to the granary. I'm going to play in real time because I think it is going to be better for everyone. Last thing I want to do is pass too much time because it's just going to, you know, every day is going to fly past and we won't really be able to appreciate things properly. So from here, where are we going to go? Anywhere, really. We can just take any route. We'll go up here. It sort of looks like we're going out of the way to begin with, but we're not. It does all end up in the same place. So we just keep going right to begin with. And I'm actually really excited to see exactly what the next job is going to be after transporting the wheat, since, well, this is the story sort of based version. I keep calling it the story based mode. It's not actually calling it the story, I don't think, but I really do believe that this is going to be the best way of doing it for a Let's Play instead of the free roam. Although I do want to try out the free roam as well, the free farming, because we'll be sort of let loose a bit more. But if anybody has any objections to my time speed, please feel free to post down below. I could put it a bit faster. It's just, I think to begin with, maybe ×1 is just right. Right, so I think the shop is just over here. That's where I put my marker. Less than 300 yards away. I've got no complaints at all about the tractors. I think they're very good. I think they're well modelled, good sounds. In fact, the sounds are very good. It's just, yeah, the handling. But this, of course, can be changed with the steering sensitivity, which has just been put in. In fact, as I'm not playing with the steering wheel, I might just adjust that now. It's probably an advisable thing to do, because it should get rid of some of this fairly harsh steering. So if I put that to... I don't want it to be too light, because otherwise it's going to take too long to turn, but 0.7. Ah, yeah, that's much better. Look at that. Massive difference. I guess I could drop it down a little bit more because it's still quite harsh. But there we go. While we're doing this, I'll go back over to the yard with a marker. The good thing is we already have the blue marker to tell us where to go to. And we do have a Mitsubishi L200. In fact, while we're here, that truck, I really want to see if it's ours. I didn't think it was, but the fact that it's showing up on the map as blue indicates that it is. So if we do own it, then that is very good. Here it is. I want to see this. Yeah, I'm going to change the sensitivity a bit more. Is it ours? Maybe not. Can't get into it. That's a shame. I guess it would be quite a privilege to be given a daft truck straight away. Right, back to the tractor. Steering sensitivity is reduced again, even better now. No harsh movements. Yeah, it was quite painful to see before with those movements which were so harsh that you'd think the tractor would flip over. Okay, so here we are back at the granary, and as you can see, there it is. I'm probably going to remove the F1 menu actually, because although it's very useful and I wouldn't like it to go, I'd still like it to be there in the background, it does actually detract from the gameplay a bit. It gets rid of the immersion. But yeah, having said that, it does need to be there. It's very important that it does hang around, and it's nice that you can actually remove it. So yeah, we've got to transport 17,637 pounds of wheat to the granary. I'm guessing we have to actually harvest this wheat to be able to complete that task. So it can only be the field which we've just planted, which is just over here. So we'll take the trailer over there now. We'll have to bring the combine harvester in a minute or two. And then, yeah, once we've probably done one full trailer, which will likely be the entire field, that should complete that task, and then, fingers crossed, the next task will start up after that. So it is going to be another job of harvesting. I believe we can tab through vehicles. We can. So if we just press E, we can get to the harvester. There it is. And I think everything's ready to go. So we'll go and begin this second harvest. We've already done one harvest, obviously. That was in the first up video. Oh, it'd be nice to get some JCBs too. But it really is one step at a time. We're building up from the ground. We've got a lot to do. But I think it's nice that we do start off with the pickup, because that is very handy. So here goes. We need to, first of all, press F and R, and then I think we just press Z. That's right. Oh, that's the pipe. It must be X. There we go. Okay, so I think everything that we need to know now is done. We've got cruise control. As for workers, I'm not too sure. It doesn't look like it, but I may be wrong. Okay, so I'm going to cut straight through the middle of the field. We don't need to take any headlands off as there is so much space around the field. And in theory, this should be a very productive field, as we've done a fair bit of work to it. Well, we've given it some water. But yeah, it's going to be alright, I would hope. The combine is filling up quite quickly. And if you think about it, we're already almost £2,000 full, and we've got to get to 17.5. That's not going to take very long at all. So if we wanted to, we could actually just do this tiny bit, complete the task and move on. But I don't think I'm going to, because I don't really like to finish jobs halfway through, unless I have to. So yeah, that's £2,500 so far. When I say pounds, I'm talking about weight. I would usually use kilograms. In fact, there might be a way of changing this. I should take a look. 1 second. If you can change the unit, then I will do. Where's it going to be? Advanced or gameplay? Unit system, Imperial, there we go. Metric for me. That's good that it's got that feature. There we go, kilograms. Fantastic. So what's it changed it to? 8,000 kilograms. That makes much more sense to me. Might make less sense to some people, but yeah, for me that is very helpful. Because, as I've said, when I say pounds, that's always referring to Great British pounds, as in currency. So it might get a little bit confusing if I had them both as pounds. So now that I've played this game for a bit, I admit it's not been that much time yet, so far, the way I honestly feel about the game is I like it, and although there are some things which I'm not totally happy about, I think overall it's going to be a very good game. The fact that the developers are improving things is nice, and that is obviously going to overall improve the game even further. While doing the harvesting, I did actually notice another thing which I don't like, and that is the view distance on stubble and probably crops as well. It's so, well, I suppose poor, that it's actually making those fields shimmer. It's all like glitter, which isn't very nice. So if that can be changed as well, that would be absolutely fantastic. Again, another positive thing is this straw. I think the textures look very good. I also think that the way the straw is being left is nice, although a little bit blocky. It's if it could just be smoothed off a bit, you can see every sort of drop of straw, if you know what I mean. It's not like a smooth line. So all it needs to be done is smoothed off, and it would look absolutely fantastic. I think field of view, pretty good. Now that we can change it, I think that is very good. I think as well the sky could be better. I think the sky is a bit, I think it looks a bit like a cartoon. So if that texture could be improved, then that would be a good improvement. The trees are fairly good. I like the trees. I like the grass. I think the crops themselves look good. Again, just the view distance on the crops is poor. I think as well the depth of field, the way that it makes the backgrounds go blurry, I don't like it. I don't like that at all. Purely because in real life, providing your vision is good, hopefully it is, the further you look, it wouldn't go out of focus. It would just go hazy probably. Now there may be an option for that, but that is my honest opinion. The rocks, nothing to say about the rocks, they're just rocks. They're fine. I think the textures and the models of the greenhouses, barns, all that kind of thing, fantastic. Really well done. The machines, fantastic. No problems with them. Yeah, in fact, my biggest faults are with the scenery and the environment than anything else. If you're looking at just in your foreground, the machines, the crops, at a close distance, really, really good, really well done. It's when you look further afield, no pun intended, that's when the quality degrades. It's not terrible, it really is not terrible, but I like the birds, I think they look good, but I think it can be improved, and if the developers watch this, then hopefully you agree, hopefully something can be done about it, and then I think really, if everything which is said from various different people, from the Steam reviews, from the forums, from the YouTube videos, if all the negative comments are acted on, I think this game could be amazing. I really do. At this stage, I don't think it's outstanding. I don't think it's incredibly amazing. I think it's very good. That is my honest opinion on what it is at the moment. It's a very good game. But please, don't take that out of context. And obviously that is subject to change. If you're watching this video in the future, way after this video has been put on, then please of course look out for my more up-to-date videos, as my opinion will likely have changed, hopefully for the better. But as of the 18th of March, 17th of March is when I'm recording this, that is my true, honest opinion, and hopefully my viewers appreciate my honesty for that. I was never dishonest in my first video, I just didn't really say much about the game itself, I was just playing it, mainly because it wasn't a review. And I stand by that, because it was not a review at all, it was simply a first video. But after seeing the reaction of people, certainly in the future, for future games, my first videos will indeed contain first impression opinions, because it doesn't go down well, as I've noticed. It does not go down well if you don't cast any opinion at all. So yeah, that's all I can say really. Hopefully most of you agree or are happy with what I've said there. Right, okay, so this is hopefully going to finish this task. We haven't finished the field, but we're not far off. It's exactly 8,000 kilograms, so one trailer. Okay, so yeah, character level up, achievement level 1. You achieved level 1. New machines are available in the shop, another task awaits you. So the next series, the next episode in the series, is going to be all about the greenhouses by the look of it. So we're going to be buying a greenhouse, we're going to fill the greenhouse container with granular fertilizer, we're going to fill the water tank, and we're going to hopefully do way more stuff as well within that mission. We're going to finish the harvesting today. No point finishing it halfway through, that's just foolish. So I'll get this done very quickly, we're pretty much there anyway. Yeah, it's next to nothing that needs to be done here. So we'll get it done, and I look forward to recording episode number 3. There is still something in the tank. We don't need to unload just yet. We have plenty of space. I also noticed that my sound was set really high. With the patch it actually reset my sound settings. So hopefully the first bit of this video wasn't too loud. I should have checked. It's actually now raining, so we're just going to try and skip this. Again, you can't thresh in the rain, you can't harvest in the rain, so that's another good feature. Just casually sitting here, waiting for the rain to pass. I hope it won't be too long. There we go, that will do. Slow that time right down and we'll finish off. And there we go, there is a tiny bit over here as well which I've missed. I might as well go and get it. 1% crops remaining. Course to 4. Not that it matters. Calendar day 6, or is it in-game day 6? I'm not entirely sure. It should tell us on the tablet. While we're waiting, we'll take a look. Yeah, day 6 on the calendar. 26 degrees. We have quite a bit of money. Experience points good. Time is obviously not relevant in any way at this stage. But there we go. Again, oh, that's another thing. Yeah, when you stand next to a machine, I think the scaling is very realistic. I think the height of this farmer is very good scale compared to the tractor, because it isn't a very big tractor anyway. But you just get a good sense of scale when you stood next to it. Buy a greenhouse. That is the next task, just over there. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for that. That'll be the next episode. So in the next episode, I'm not going to be casting my opinion as much. I just needed to get this sort of review episode done. Next time there is a patch, I will do another review opinion sort of video. But yeah, I don't want to just, you know, be totally opinion based. I want it to be a fun, enjoyable gameplay. It's just I felt that something had to be said about what I actually think of the game. Now, I'd say that some people were probably looking at me thinking, oh, it's Daggerwin, he's going to say everything's perfect, as usual. And that is certainly not the YouTuber that I want to be, although it seemed to come across that way, even though it wasn't my intention at all. So hopefully that really does help you. Hopefully this review episode does help you with what I feel about the game. Hopefully it helps you decide whether or not you want to get the game or not. Hopefully you do. But obviously it's all down to you now. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.